Hello there. This is Makawa, and I'm reading to you from my book, Ceremonial Consciousness, Love and Fear, Level 2. This is one out of 150 love and fear dichotomies, and this one is about distancing and participation. As we distance ourselves, we abandon our inner true nature. Participation is to simply show up and without a mentally controlled hidden agenda. I will now read to you from Distancing, which is of fear. I'm afraid to pause and thereby cause myself to acknowledge, as well as release, my disappointment. These are the origins of disposing time. Physical self-consciousness causes us to distance ourselves from another's spirit. Intuitive insecurity influences us to test, tease, and weaken another's senses so they will doubt their intuition. These are the fear-based tricks that our ego uses and abuses to trash heartfelt intuitive closeness. It is natural to remove ourselves from those we fear might cause an accident. It is unnatural to distance ourselves from those who sincerely want to love us. Here's a fill in the blank. I recently justified distancing myself from blank. Fill in the blank. Cool, cracking icebergs split and float away from one another. My choice to isolate my inner true nature. My decision. People do not sincerely honor me. My intention. Mentally controlled communications. My hidden agenda. To buy, sell, trade, and swipe physical validation. I am under the influence of my fear of becoming socially labeled. The truth. I fear heartfelt, intuitive closeness because of the ongoing depth. I choose to avoid intuitive contact, telepathic possibility, and spiritually phenomenal links. As children, we may not be allowed to listen to others with a spirit ear and see them with a spirit eye. As adults, we might fear being judged and blamed. Our ego influences us to believe that we will remain safe if we distance ourselves from others. Our ego tricks us to quit the spirit of love. What I really want is to feel empowered to participate with intuitive alertness, cohesiveness, and success. I interrupt ceremonial consciousness by physically and intuitively distancing. And here's a quote by Richard Dawkins. Do not indoctrinate your children. Teach them how to think for themselves, how to evaluate evidence, and how to disagree with you. Overactive thinking can cause fear. And here is participation, which is of love. It is my conscious choice to feel and then transform the limited thinking of distancing so that I can be sponsored to participate with heartfelt, intuitively accurate responses. Participation is a language we express by coming together as one in a respectful manner. Let us remain physically grounded and intuitively alert in the presence of highly charged energetic circumstances. Let us invite one another to pause, slow down, and relax our inner reactions. These are the origins of intuitive insulation. We now maintain heartfelt, intuitive closeness more than fear for our socializing survival. We now focus on our global families, earthly communities, and healthy nations with sincere courtesy. I choose to embrace healthy living beings and natural elemental things as my soulmates and spiritual relatives. Fish swim among one another. I claim my spiritual worth as I show up and participate. My intention: to stop what does not allow for the simplicity of being. Our shared result: intimacy equals into me you see. Here's a fill in the blank. In order to fully participate, I must be honest with myself about blank. Fill in the blank. I wish to unlearn my fear-based identity by recognizing my emotional blocks so that I feel, release, and transform them. We make amends the very moment we acknowledge as well as understand our hidden agendas. Together, our minds naturally return to become a clean slate. I gladly see and quit all arising wrongs. Ceremonial consciousness is honorable, intuitively bonded participation. And here's a quote by Steve Forbes. Our federal government has grown too large and too powerful. The real loss has been the freedom of people to govern their own lives and participate fully in the American dream. Sincere feeling empowers love. This is Makawa, and I'm reading to you from my book, Ceremonial Consciousness, Love and Fear, Level 2. Love and fear dichotomies, and find yourself in the middle between love and fear. That's where we return to our spiritual interdependence. Thank you for joining we.